Good morning students. Today we will do part 5th of chapter 1st, that is properties of rational number. This is the last part of this chapter. After that your first chapter will complete. Before telling the concepts of part 5th, I want to give you some instructions. Now students, you need to apply your fair notebooks. Which worksheets I have given that you can solve in rough notebooks, that worksheets as a practice you can do, so that you will come to know all the concepts and videos. Which videos you are watching, that concepts which you want to understand time and again, there will not be need of watching video. That's why one another notebook you can write the videos concept and you can solve that worksheets which I have given you for revision. Now, as you all know, 8th class NCERT book of maths we are using, and accordingly our chapter first will complete today. You can do exercises 1.1 and 1.2 in your fair notebook. Now I am telling you your fair notebook color. Students, this is your maths fair notebook color. This is of orange color. Your maths notebook is of orange color. This is maths notebook inside portion. Here you will write page number and date, and on first page you will write the index as you know. This is the inside portion, and that orange page was the cover page of notebook. Students, this is the interleaf notebook. Interleaf notebook, it is for geometry work. In your maths syllabus, which chapters are related to geometry, in which we have to make the shapes, diagrams that related to geometry, this is the book of related to geometry, interleaf notebook. Now students, I have told you about your maths fair notebook, so you need to work in maths fair notebook. Today's lecture I'll provide you 2-3 videos. So this is the first video of today's lecture, properties of rational number. These are written here: closure property, commutative property, associative property, distributive property, additive identity and multiplicative identity. These two properties I have told earlier, but I'll explain now also. Firstly, we'll do closure property. As you have done already in your 7th class all the properties for integers, now we will do all the properties for rational numbers. And you know all the properties we are doing under addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. Now closure property under addition. Here we have taken two rational number, a upon b plus c upon d. These are the two rational number. We have to prove after solving these two rational number we get a rational number. Here I will take the example a upon b 2 upon 3, c upon d 3 upon 6. You can take any other rational number also, but I have taken these two rational number here. Now if you will put in these two, then after solving you will get a rational number. So we can say closure property holds under addition. Under subtraction, just minus sign will be applied here. A upon b minus c upon d is equal to a rational number. When the same value, same example I am taking here, same values if you will put here in these, you will get 1 upon 6. This is also a rational number. Now under multiplication, a upon b multiplies c upon d, if we will solve, we will get a rational number. The same example, a upon b 2 upon 3, c upon d is equal to 3 upon 6. If you will put these values in this, you will get 6 upon 18. This is also a rational number. So we can say that closure property holds under addition, subtraction and multiplication. Now closure property under division. A upon b divided by c upon d. If we will solve this, we will get a rational number. 2 upon 3 divided by 3 upon 6. The same examples I am taking here. You know in division, if we are changing multiply sign, then we are solving this, we will get a rational number. But if we will take c upon d 0, means in this condition should be that c upon d is the denominator. This is numerator and this is denominator. C upon d should not be 0. If it will be 0, as numerator is here 2 by 3, If C upon D I will take 0, then you will write it likewise 2 upon 3 divided by 0. It will be infinity. This is not a rational number. So you know. But property should hold for all the rational numbers. Here 0 is also a rational number, but we can't take 0. So we can say for all the rational numbers this property does not satisfy under division. Now commutative property. Commutative property under addition is A upon B plus C upon D is equal to C upon D plus A upon B. As you have done for integers in 7th class, A plus B is equal to B plus A. Now for rational number it will be likewise. If you will take the same values A upon B, I have taken examples, same examples here, 2 upon 3, 3 upon 6. If you will put in this, if you will put these values, then you will get left hand side is equal to right hand side. You can take any other rational number also and you can prove it. So under addition it satisfies. If you will do under subtraction, just minus sign is applied here. A upon B minus C upon D is equal to C upon D minus A upon B. So we will get left hand side not equal to right hand side. So we can say commutative property does not hold under subtraction. Now commutative property under multiplication. A upon B multiplies C upon D, where plus minus sign we applied here. Now multiply sign is equal to C upon D multiply A upon B. When you will put these values in these, then we will get left hand side is equal to right hand side. So we can say that under multiplication commutative property satisfies. Under division, divide sign will be applied here. If you will put the same values in this, then we will get in left hand side 12 upon 9 and right hand side 9 upon 12. So we can say that here left hand side is not equal to right hand side, and hence commutative property does not satisfy under division. Students, now associative property I will let you know in the second video of this part 5th. So let's see the second video of part 5th.